Marco, seriously? Stop acting like I don't take you out all the time. All right, hello. We're gonna try that again. My baby woke up. He doesn't usually wake up like once he's down for the night, but he was in daycare all day and he was so tired when he got home that he didn't drink as much milk as he usually does, so he woke up to like drink some more milk and then go back to sleep. So hopefully he stays down. If he doesn't, then I'm off for real, because that means he's gonna keep getting up, which is also a possibility. It actually happened last night. He kept like getting up every 2 hours. It was pretty crazy. But anyway, I was about to get into a little collective reading. This is for everyone joining, everyone tuning in while I'm doing this. If you guys were interested in booking a personal reading, you can. All that information is down below in the description box. I just updated it again. Okay. All right, so I thought I would start off with some sort of like self-care, just different oracle advice as far as like caring for the self and seeing what is up, what's going on. What I kind of talked a little bit about in the live that I was just on and just doing was that we are about to enter this Lionsgate portal, and it should bring a lot of our manifestations to the 3D. I'm hoping. I mean, that's what they're said to do. We usually have a Lionsgate portal every year around this time in Leo season. So all right, so let's get it. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, okay. So what advice does Spirit have for the collective? This is everyone tuning in right now on self-care. Stop. We have sync with the moon. Enough. I don't need your anxiety. Stop. We have sync with the moon. Jackson. Sound healing. And ground yourself. Okay, sync with the moon is cool. We're about to enter a new moon this Thursday. I believe a new moon this Thursday in Leo. So, like I said, and this Thursday is when the Lionsgate portal opens. So this would be a really great time. If you're going to manifest on any time, this would be the best time to manifest. It's a new moon and it's Lionsgate portal. It's just specific to anything regarding abundance and prosperity. Leo is a really great sign to work with as far as manifestation goes because it's a fire sign. You can use candle magic. But syncing with the moon, this card represents more than one thing. It's not just about like moon magic and moon manifestations. It's also about syncing your cycles with the moon, understanding the daily moon as well. I really like to understand the daily moon myself. I'm a Cancer moon, so Cancer being ruled by the moon, it's, you know, for me at least, it's pivotal that I understand like what the daily moon is in, so I can kind of like go about my day and plan it correctly. For example, if the daily moon is in Pisces, I'm fucked. Nothing is happening that is like productive. In fact, what I would do is more self-care on that day than like, you know, let's say if it was an Aries. If it was an Aries, then I know I'm probably going to get everything done on my list. I'm going to work out, have a good workout, all that great stuff. So, I mean, this is just me, but like I would extend this personal advice to everyone else as far as syncing with the moon and the daily moon. Right now we're in Gemini. So it's a good time to communicate with your friends, to reach out to family and loved ones. It's a good time to make lists and, you know, write down ideas, journal, things like that, things that include the mind, that include thoughts. Mercury energy. We have sound healing. I love sound healing. Binaural beats is popular right now. It's going through a trend. Doesn't have to just be binaural beats. It can be affirmations, or it can just be different frequencies and vibrations you can listen to. And then we have ground yourself. So this goes without saying, you know, sometimes things in this society are hard to deal with and cope with, and I think it's really important to get off technology, to get off social media, to get off and out of our head really, and focus in on grounding ourselves, whether that's quite literally with the earth, planting your feet in the ground, on the grass, hugging a tree. I know it sounds ridiculous, but for real. Breathing in, doing deep breaths, yoga, stretching, kind of being at one with the body, meditation, all of those things are really great for grounding yourself. We have optimism. If you're gonna make up stories in your head about people and circumstances, please make them love stories with happy endings. Ooh, that's cool. I like that card. Yeah, because how many times can we say that we make up things in our head about people, and how many times more often than not is it negative rather than positive? And it doesn't have to be that way. We have body. Your body deserves your love. I really love this card. I actually really feel this right now. I am 5 months postpartum and just more intensely involved in my fitness journey than ever before, and I'm super hard on myself, and I have to keep reminding myself of my progress, and aside from my progress, just the fact that I created like a whole human, and he was birthed healthy and safe, and I was healthy and safe. So I don't know why I don't give myself enough credit, but yeah, your body is a magical thing, and it doesn't even just have to strictly be women, just bodies in general, man or woman, whoever is watching, is, you know, it's a gorgeous thing. And then we have invitation. The words you speak to yourself are an invitation to life. Oh, the words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. I was just talking to my girlfriend Diana about this on the phone earlier today. We were talking about how words and even our thoughts, like our own like conscious mind, and how, you know, how we think in our mind, and like we have like a dialogue in our mind. Those kind of count as words as well, and words in general said out loud, or words in your head, thoughts that you have, cast spells, and you have to be very careful about the collection of those words, is the collection of them mostly negative? Is the collection of them mostly self-deprecating? Or are they positive? Are they motivating? Are they words of love? So words in general, whether they're said out loud or said to yourself, cast spells, and this card says, it brings energy into form. So choose those words carefully, and definitely think twice on how you speak to yourself on a daily basis. Trust me, for me, this card goes into the other one as far as your body deserves your love. You gotta, at least for me, I have to stop being so hard on myself and so negative and give myself more credit and all that stuff. So I pulled these cards for self-care, advice from spirit on how to care for yourself. I think a lot of people misunderstand self-care as like a face mask or going shopping, and although that could be a part of it, because sometimes our pores need a face mask, mostly it's like caring for the self, and mostly the self really just needs some basic love, and that is talking to yourself better, understanding that you deserve love and your body's worthy of love, and trying not to make like up situations and weird scenarios in your head that cause and bring anxiety and negativity into your life. If you find yourself doing that, that's why we have this recommendation of grounding yourself and sound healing. I love sound healing. I honestly use it all the time, because I'm a Gemini, so I have a lot of fucking thoughts at like lightning speed, and it's too noisy for me. Like I can't even put the TV on. I can't even get into a TV show these days. Like I just have to like be alone with my thoughts, and then I use like these like sound healing, binaural beats, like I said, different frequencies and stuff, just to kind of calm myself. It really does work. And then, you know, if you've been wanting to materialize something into the 3D and you've been really trying to manifest, but it hasn't necessarily come into formation yet, refer back to these cards. Make sure you're speaking about this thing you're trying to manifest in a positive way, but also try to manifest with the moon, this new moon coming up in Leo. It's going to be really powerful, and it's going to be a really good one for candle magic. All right, you guys, so I'm going to get into the readings for tonight. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them. Jackson, stop. Don't even start with me. All right, so we're gonna start with Sarah, who got a 4-card spread, and I am offering that as a special down below. 4-card spreads are good for people who have like a yes or no question, or a simple question, or maybe they already kind of know the answer and they just want like clarification. Okay, so let me look at Sarah's question. Okay, so hi Sarah, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So you got a 4-card spread, and essentially what you want to know is whether or not this person is going to take action towards your connection or not. Are they going to take action towards your connection or not? Okay. Are they going to take action towards your connection or not? We have the Star to start. We have the 8 of Wands. The Seven of Cups. Are they going to take action towards your connection or not? Are they going to take action towards your connection or not? Two of Swords. Okay, I kind of saw that Two of Swords, but I didn't want to like just pull it out, and it fell out on its own. Ah! So, are they going to take action on your connection, towards your connection or not? I definitely feel like they're super interested in you. Like, they really do look up to you. They think that you're super, really beautiful, really like aesthetically pleasing. Like, you're nice to look at because you're so beautiful. They just think you're such a unique, original person. Like, there's no one else like you that they've ever met before. And you're very inspiring. I don't know if you're at a distance from this person right now, but they're kind of seeing you from a distance, or maybe they're having to like look at you through social media. You need to chill through social media somehow, but they're kind of seeing you as far away. Hi, love. I do have spots if you wanted to book. I feel like, okay, are they going to take action towards your connection or not? Honestly, I don't think they know that they can. So I don't really know what's going on with this person. I don't know if it's distance. They have a lot going on with the Seven of Cups. It could be that they have a lot of options, but I'm not really getting like that energy. I'm not getting like there's competition and that's why they're not going to take action. I'm getting that they're just busy. Like, I don't know if this person is like, you know, going to school, has a job, lives far away, like a million different things are on their plate. They're a tad bit overwhelmed, not gonna lie. 8 of Wands, like they're overwhelmed with what they have going on in their life. So it's like they kind of like are undecided with the Two of Swords. Like, they don't know if they're gonna come towards you. Like, they want to, like, ideally. Technically, they don't even know like if they should, because they're like, what would you be doing messing with them? They really put you on a pedestal. So they just, maybe they don't even know it's an option that they can come towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they don't even understand that they can come towards you. Because it's this energy of like, you're on this pedestal, you're so far away, they look up to you. You're the influencer. You're the one that they idolize, that they stalk, that they, you know, see as this like alien type creature. And we start off in such a high light, we start off with such positivity, and then it's kind of like it is like draining. I could see why you're asking this question, but so I don't know. The answer is I don't know, because they don't know with the Two of Swords. They're really undecided, but I'll tell you why they're undecided. It's because they have so much going on right now. There might be distance, and they're overwhelmed, like, with their plate. Like, they don't know if they could fully give you the attention that you deserve. But here's the thing, they don't even know that you want them. Like, or if you, I don't think they know that. But if they did know, they like don't know if you really know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say they know that you like them. They're like, nah, she doesn't know that she doesn't like me. She'll find out real soon that she's not gonna like me pretty soon. Like, they're just kind of self-deprecating, and they're kind of like in this energy of like whether you've told them your feelings or not, they're like, they don't know what they're talking about. Sarah doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, she's gonna get over it real quick. Like, she doesn't actually like me. It's like, they don't expect you to actually like them, because they really put you on a pedestal and they really think the world of you. But and then on top of it, they have so much shit going on, they don't even know where to start, where to begin. They're really overwhelmed by it all. And then let's say they do think about the connection. You need to chill. Stop. Let's say they do think about the connection. They just don't know how they could go about it because of all the stuff they have going on. So they're really undecided. They're at this crossroads. I know you wanted like a yes or no question, but I don't even know. Like, and it's simply because they don't know. Let me pull some oracle. We have let your friends help you. Maybe your friends know this person. We have trust. Maybe your friends have been like trying to give you advice about this person, or maybe you have mutual friends, or I don't know. I honestly hate this card. Because like, what are your friends going to do? What are they going to say? We have trust. The situation's calling for you to have trust. Maybe this is like a temporary separation, or maybe this is just the energy right now, and like they truly do have too much going on to even like talk about a relationship or connection with you. And that's not necessarily a negative thing. I mean, especially if their plate is full with like positive things. Maybe it's like, maybe the answer is to practice non-attachment and to just like let the situation be. Like they think of you in a highlight. They really like you. And it can only really go up from there if you choose for it to go up from there. So maybe trust is saying like, practice non-attachment, like allow this person to come to you, attract them back into your life, and then I guess we'll check back in on this. All right, so I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you. If you guys want to book, you can. All that information is down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Jackson, seriously? You act like... Whatever. I don't even know if I'm going to take you out again, honestly. I'm exhausted. I know, I said out. You're like, what? It's so funny. I have these curtains that my like hubby put up for the office, and they look so good. And if you look closer, they're like white curtains. They're dirty because of Jackson. Like, he's just been breathing and rubbing his gross face all over them. Like, how do you, and do you wash curtains? Like, is that a thing? Like, what do I throw them in the, I'd have to like undo the whole thing, throw them in the wash. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. But, and then the window is like all gross and smeared because of his face. So ridiculous. It's his perch. It's his little ledge. Oh my god, hi, how are you? Yes, there are spots available. Oh my gosh, how are you doing? The Cheapa. We are all doing good. Cheapa just turned 5 months yesterday, which is insane. I cannot believe he is almost 6 months. Wow, time flies. It's like, I feel like after 6 months, I'm like, okay, that's enough. No more. You can chill out now. Because then he'll be 1 and no time flat and like, what? Then I'm going to have more babies. It's just going to have to happen that way. So mediumship, not really. I mean, I naturally pull tarot because I need to get the energy, but it's not necessarily like a tarot reading. It's more of like an extended channeling session. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you so crazy? Jackson, stop. Ew. Hello, hello everyone. If you want to book a reading, you can. All that information is down below. I'm honestly convinced that, like, pandas are not real animals. And I don't know if you guys want to have that talk, if you can, like, unpack that, but try to convince me otherwise. What is this? What are you? Are you real? Because you're crazy, Jackson. Also, another ridiculous opinion. It's not necessarily something that has to resonate with you, but at least for me, I'm convinced that you're not ugly, your hair is just not done correctly. I really feel like hair makes such a big difference on people. Like, I follow these, like, extension people, and man, the befores are, like, not it, and then the afters, like, boom, bam, like, holy shit. Anyway, that's just me. If you guys want to book, you can. All the information's down below. Yes, hair and skincare, the glow up, I swear. The glow up is so real. Especially skincare. I used to have really bad acne, and, like, no, it was not it. Now my skin is so clear, and the only thing that is not done is my hair. So I'm just like, okay, we're almost there. Okay, so I got you. I'm going to add you to the list. And I understand, like, that keep pushing attitude that you're are you really? Wait, hold on. Are you serious right now? Stop. What are you doing? It's like eating my charger. Jackson, seriously, we're really on edge with you right now. Trenton. I've heard that. I don't have acne anymore. Something about being pregnant or being a mom, or maybe it was like a switcheroo, like once I'm a mom, then now I have other fish to fry. But I don't have acne anymore, but when I did, I could have used that. It sounds like a topical cream. I could have used that. And now there's all these really cool, like, businesses where you can get these things that are not necessarily over the counter, which I didn't have when I was a teenager because we didn't even really have Instagram. But now there's, like, Curology and blah, 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 blah. All right, Kat, I got you. If you guys want to book, you can. All the information is down below, but I'm going to get into it. So, Sheen, you got a regular deck pool and a mediumship and the $10 special. Okay. So what do my spirit guides think of you, and what do you need to know right now in your life that will help you? I'm asking because I saw an orb in your room the other day getting your attention while pensively thinking about the state of my life, and was wondering if it had anything it was trying to convey. Ooh. Also, is it possible I ask how Blue's been doing as of late? Yeah, absolutely. So we can do this however you want. We can use the regular deck pool for this question about your spirit guides and, like, what you need to know and what will help you. And then we can do the $10 special, the 4-card spread essentially, and the mediumship for Blue, if that's good with you. So, okay. What do your spirit guides think of you, and what do you need to know right now? That's really cool. I was just talking to Paulus about this yesterday, and how there's all these energies that we can't see with and you're such a perfect example of that, which we can't necessarily see with our physical eyes, and we don't really understand them. And we define them however we can: ghosts, spirits, orbs, aliens, energies, auras, whatever it is, because we can't necessarily make sense of it. But it's cool when they have a connection, like when you're in a thought, like you're kind of thinking about your life and you're like, oh my god, and you're kind of wanting a sign, and then that sign comes. So that's super cool to me. What do your spirit guides think of you, and what do you need to know right now in your life that will help you? Okay. To start, we have the Nine of Cups. What do your spirit guides think of you, and what do you need to know right now that will help you? We have Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm seriously gonna kick you out, and then what? We have Strength. What do your spirit guides think of you, and what do you need to know right now that will help you? Well, I definitely feel like up front, your spirit guides are super happy with you, and like all of the progress that you have made spiritually. I also think they're kind of telling you like up front to be patient. The things that you really want, are going to come into fruition, and there's going to be, like, if you've been feeling a lack of stability as far as like your home life goes, as far as like personal success, this could include financials, this can include business, it can even be, and added with the Strength card here, confidence, self-esteem. If you've been feeling a lack, that those things are still available to you, they're still in fruition. I don't want to say like, oh, they're in fruition, they're coming, like, oh, it's this distant thing that you have to like, you know, somehow get in the future. It's like it's available to you right now is what I'm hearing. I'm gonna finish the spread, but they're acknowledging your patience. They're acknowledging all of the work that you've done on not only being patient, but trying to remain positive, especially in the light of something that could be possibly negative. We have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Fool, and Judgment. Okay, so what are your spirit guides thinking of you, and what do you need to know right now as of late? So yeah, I definitely feel like they're proud of you. I mean, they're happy with you. They feel like you're very deserving of everything that you've been asking for, and they really want you to know that, like, one, they are acknowledging your patience. They're acknowledging your positivity. Even when things seem really dark and difficult, you still remain optimistic. And I'm not saying that this is like a requirement from them. They're not like, you must remain optimistic and then we will give you these things. They're just acknowledging that you're optimistic, and they like your energy, they like your vibe. So what your spirit guides think of you, they like you, they fuck with you. No. But they know what you want, and they know that you want more stability and security when it comes to your finances and your home life. And even part and parcel of that, they know that you would want a soulmate or a person that you can share this with, a companion, I would say. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a soulmate, but I do feel like collectively more people are in reuniting, I would say, with their soulmates now more than ever, more than I would say like in 2008 or like 1996. Like I think now in 2022, like just because we're in this age of Aquarius and the vibration and the frequency has changed, a lot of people have awakened. I think collectively, more often than not, people really are manifesting their soulmate. And it's more often than not that soulmate, you know, they choose to have a companion that is their soulmate, if that makes sense. But it doesn't have to be. I think they're also kind of acknowledging that you've been really trying to work on your self-esteem and your confidence. And what I'm seeing is like what they want you to know is that I don't know if you have like a really close friend or someone that I'm seeing one person specifically. I don't know if there's someone that you talk to about everything or you usually go to or someone you hang out with a lot. But they want you to know that this person can help you right now in life, and just talking to them is something that can really help you release some of the thoughts, some of the fears, some of the emotions that you've been feeling and maybe even holding on to. They also want you to know that it sounds cliche that you're stepping into a new beginning, but our life is really, we're really cyclic beings. Like humans as a species, we work in cycles, and women know this as a truth. And you're stepping into a new cycle where you're going to feel like elevated and escalated as far as your confidence goes. You're going to feel more alive, more vitality, more energy. So if you've been feeling really drained and exhausted simply because you're dealing with a lot, they're saying, you know, release what you're dealing with, talk to the people around you, specifically some person. I'm almost sensing like a feminine energy, a friend that you can speak to, a mother, and release some of the unwarranted, unwanted negative emotions and thoughts. They are there to help you, and they are going to try their best to help you or be there for you in that way and hold space for you in whatever way that they can. But release it because it's burdening you, and really you're onto a new cycle that's much more positive. It's going to bring you a lot more confidence, a lot more energy. There's going to be a new beginning for you as far as career goes, and part and parcel to your career that will kind of lead you to more stability with your finances. So if you've kind of felt in a rut and you're like, okay, well, I want this, and it's like you want this further down the line and it's in the future for you, I see that happening, and I see that coming in. I see there being some sort of opportunity manifesting itself for you, but it's going to kind of happen at a point in time where you decide that you're really taking charge of your life. So it's not necessarily to say like you're not taking charge right now. It's just to say that you're kind of in an in-between transitional phase where yes, you're going through a lot, and yes, you're still remaining optimistic, and the things that you're optimistic about seem to be further away in the future, and in the meantime you're trying to get there and you're trying to keep pushing, you know, and you just feel really drained. But there's this like little gap between like where you are and like where you want to be, and you're like, okay, what do I do like in the middle of this gap? Like how do I get to like where I want to be, which essentially is the Ten of Pentacles. They're going to present that opportunity to you. That's going to manifest on its own. But what you can do to create that opportunity or create that space for it to materialize is you can release some of the more negative things, and try to switch your energy or shift your energy into something that's more confident, into something that's more positive. Now, of course, this is so much easier said than done. This is actually really difficult to do, but it's basically what I'm hearing is there's a fire in your belly, and it's time to cultivate that fire and put it into passion, put it into work, One of the things that Paula says all the time is that non-movement, non-action creates depression. So if you have been kind of more in hermit mode or more in yin energy, it's now time to shift into yang energy, which is masculine energy, and it's time to do and get things done and put things into action, and that naturally is going to shift you into a more positive space. Being in a more positive space is going to shift you into a more confident space. Being in a more confident space is going to materialize these manifestations, these opportunities that want to come in for you. And so your spirit guides are saying the reason this is all kind of happening the way it is happening isn't because they don't like you. They love you. They appreciate you. They respect you. They're noticing your patience. They're noticing your optimism. But they really need you to be the one that hones in this energy. Like, you want something that's in the future. Well, you need to go out and grab it yourself. Spirit guides, you know, a lot of people mistake them for like genies in a bottle, and I'm not saying that you're doing that, but they're not there to like grant all your wishes. They're there to guide you spiritually. And so right now their guidance is saying, listen, what you need to do in order to get to where you want is a little bit of energy shift. And to shift your energy, there is a specific feminine energy here that is here to help you or bring some sort of positivity to your life, or someone that you can just talk to or rant to. Maybe it's just as simple as like releasing some of the things that are on your mind, so that they don't hold clutter in your space. So I'm seeing that for you as far as what they want you to know right now. Let's pull some oracle. We have serendipity and time for a nap. So maybe you're not resting enough, or maybe your mind is working like a million miles a minute. And although that's great, it's not great at the same time, because not getting enough rest, enough sleep is extremely draining, especially in the long run, and especially when you're working with sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation is really dangerous because it really does have the ability to turn our thoughts into more negative ones. And honestly, like when I haven't gotten enough sleep, like I don't really feel like myself, and I'm pretty aware that like my thoughts are more negative than they should be. And we have serendipity. So yes, the orb could have definitely been your spirit guides trying to send you a sign, and then that prompted you to get this reading, and now we're opening up even more messages, which is really cool. They are sending you signs and synchronicity, so pay attention to angel numbers, pay attention to the clock, pay attention to things around you, songs that you hear on the radio or that come up on your phone or whatever it is. Those things are meant for you. And they're trying to kind of cheer you on, because they are your guides, and they are proud of you, and they ultimately want you to be successful. They just can't, you know, physically form themselves to do it for you. Otherwise they would. All they can really do is guide you in the right path, on the right direction. Okay, so I'm seeing get some sleep on top of all the other things that I said. So let's do your 4-card spread. And I want to use that to check in on Blue's energy, and then we will do a mediumship from him. Okay, so what has Blue been doing as of late? We have the Page of Cups. What has Blue been doing as of late? We have the Four of Swords in reverse. What has Blue been doing as of late? We have the Queen of Pentacles. What has Blue been doing as of late? And the Ace of Wands. I kind of feel like he has been trying to send you some love, send you some light. It seems like he's really actually been very focused in on checking up on you and making sure you're okay. Maybe even, like I said, sending love and light. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but I do feel like he wants you to feel some sort of loving vibration, or might recognize that you're in a spot right now that might be tough. And I think that he's recognizing that and wanting to like hold space for you, wanting to like create and attract more positivity for you. Yeah, we have engagement. I feel like he sees that you're not in a stable place and you're not feeling really like Queen of Pentacles like, and he wants you to feel that way. And with the Ace of Wands, it's hard to describe because it's like, obviously he's not a physical being, but it's like he's trying to be physical with you, or he's trying to be somehow material, or I don't know if this makes sense to you, but it's like he's trying to cultivate some sort of passion or spark within you, like to make you feel better, to make you feel like love, to make you feel like there's like an engagement here. Like he's trying to engage into your energy and trying to send you something that will make you feel more positive, more passionate, more of like a spark, more of a nuance that renews some sort of vitality for you. He's recognizing that you're not feeling very abundant and you're not feeling like very attracting, and is trying to almost send you like this love, this light, this energy that reassures you that you are. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for that. So we're gonna dive into your mediumship, but give me one moment. I gotta go upstairs and grab a charger before my phone dies. So 1 second. All right. Okay, this is gonna be a little. All right. Okay. So I mean, okay, we did have that. I think I already shuffled the deck. Oh yeah, we did have that Four of Swords in reverse. Maybe he felt like you're just kind of in an avoidant energy, and like you're not like dealing with yourself properly. But like there was no judgment. It was more of like she needs extra like love and care right now. Okay, so let's do some mediumship from him. What would he say to you? I guess we can kind of see if we can channel that in the mediumship. What would he say to you? Whoa. To start, we have the Six of Swords. Yeah. He's definitely aware that you're kind of running away mentally from your problems. But I don't really see, that's so crazy, Four of Swords in reverse. So there you go. It's crazy that the Four of Swords came out again in reverse. We have the Three of Wands. Man, I am sore. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. Ten of Cups. Ace of Swords. And the Fool in reverse. What would he say to you? I think he definitely would talk about how you're running from your problems, and like your coping mechanisms aren't necessarily going to help you in the long run, but there's still so much like love. Like there's like, I mean, I wouldn't say this is judgment. I would just say there's like a lot of like concern, like worry for you. But still there's so much respect on the fact that like he knows that you'll be fine. Like that you kind of will get through this. Yeah, the Queen of Cups popping up. Sometimes I'm worried about what direction you're going in. Sometimes I'm worried about what direction you're going in because sometimes I feel like you don't know what direction you're going in, and that concerns me. I know ultimately that you're going to be very successful in whatever it is you end up and decide to do. I think you're going to find everything that you want in this life. And that includes love, and that includes a family. And we've spoken about that before. I've told you that before. I appreciate you being a hermit, even if it means that you stay home in your thoughts and you think yourself into a tizzy. I appreciate it. I think it's better than being dangerous and reckless outside of your own home and outside of your own comfort, and whatever it is you have to do in order to cope and deal is fine with me. I just wish you would maybe express yourself more in a positive or healthy way, like writing or talking to me. I know that you are such a sensitive person, and it's hard to have the sensitivity that you do and to deal with it and cope with it. I understand that sometimes your emotions might drown you and make you feel a little off course. But I see people around you wanting to help and you not necessarily noticing them. And I know that maybe right now this is sort of a soul karmic lesson that you have to learn by yourself. But I truly believe you'll have an epiphany that will make you understand that there is a community of people out there that are willing and ready to be at your aid, and maybe you just have not yet met them, but maybe that's something that you should seek. Aside from that, I want you to know that in the times when you feel alone, you're not. I feel such a distance from you sometimes. I really wish that I could be closer to you, that I could love you and make you feel good and make you feel cloaked in my touch, but I can't. And it only brings me nostalgia. It only brings me memories that I have to watch you from a distance kind of suffer. I want you to have fun. I want you to party. I want you to drink. I want you to do all these things without concern or worry of me and what you think I'll think of you because of a past incarnation that we shared. I know who you are at your core, and at your core you're still the same mystical and spiritual being that I know, and your experience in this life is different because it's supposed to be. But I will always be there for you, and I will always understand you. And I will never cast judgment on you. If anything, in the times of like these, I only want to send you more love and more light. And really, hopefully you'll understand, or hopefully you'll see the signs and synchronicities that you're not alone, that there is a higher power that is with you, that you have a lot of options. And it's a choice that you have to make within yourself to choose to be in a positive, attracting energy, even despite things being overwhelming. And to lean on those who are there for you, who are in your life, to try to uncover strength, and to try to distract yourself with things that may be different, learning new techniques. But ultimately, I want you to know that from what I can see, from my perspective, the scales are supposed to balance themselves out for you. Opportunity is going to arrive, and you are going to feel a lot more secure and stable in your life, in your job, and in the things that you want to create. It feels like you're walking away from something, but really you're walking towards something, so you don't have too much to worry about. Keep your heart and your mind open. Keep yourself decisive on your goals and work towards them. Plant those seeds and believe in yourself. Be patient, be passionate, and keep affirming to yourself that you are deserving. And I promise those things will manifest. And I will always be there for you in this lifetime and many. All right. So that is what I am seeing for you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much, Sheen. I love you. I really appreciate you. I hope things improve. If it's any consolidation, I really feel like everybody is going through it, and I know that's like not necessarily the coolest thing to say, but it's just to tell you that, like, thank God you're not special, because it would really suck if you were special and you're the only one going through something. But everyone that I have spoken to, all my friends, everyone is going through something right now. It's a really tough time for everybody in the country, in the world. There's a lot of uncertainties. And I think there's just this added like energy of uncertainty, because we just, like, technically we all survived like the pandemic, and that was a big bundle of uncertainty, and now we're unsure whether or not we're like in a recession, like what the fuck is going on really. And there's more of that, and it's just like I feel like a lot of us have PTSD. But I guess my point is that keep pushing, keep remaining optimistic and positive. You seriously are such a magical, amazing person, and I promise you everything will be okay. All right, love. So I love you. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Kat. Catherine, hello, hi. You got an 18 plus. Let me know what the T is. If you guys want to book, you can. All that information is down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Oh, you did. Okay, I just saw the 18 plus deck pool. Okay, so weird question, but I keep having a feeling that you may get pregnant by Ethan, and you're wondering if that's you being delusional, or if that is your intuition. Okay. So you're thinking maybe with your friends with benefits. Holy shit! I just dropped my cards. With your friends with benefits, you might get pregnant by them. And you're wondering if that's you being delusional or if that's your intuition. To start, we have the Star. Whoa. Okay, so do you want me to essentially confirm or deny? So you're wondering, okay, if you'll get pregnant, are you delusional or is it your intuition? Whoa. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands, which to me... Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands to me is always like the big dick card. It's like that big dick energy. But no, specifically how this one is illustrated in this deck to me has always been about pregnancy. So that's interesting that you say that. We have the Knight of Wands. Well, there's definitely a lot of sex going on here. It's interesting because the Star to me also has always represented like cum, like semen, TMI, but it has. And we have the Knight of Wands clarifying that. Really, so far, I'm just getting a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sex, and like if you're not careful, yeah, I mean, I do see it happening. So yeah, it definitely feels like your intuition. I don't think it's a delusion. I think it's a natural inclination, intuition to have, especially if you're like having a lot of sex with this person. And like I'm just getting, I'm almost like even getting that they wouldn't mind. We have the Six of Cups. And we have Strength. So the Star energy to me in an 18 plus has always been like, okay, like either super wet or like a lot of cum or a lot of semen. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands clarifying that just is like a double whammy. Like this person is very like passionate about you and they definitely like having sex with you, and I wouldn't doubt that they like don't want to pull out. And if you're not using protection, then that could definitely be a very dangerous game. We have the Ace of Wands here. To me, the Ace of Wands is all about like just sex and like big dick energy, and maybe this person feeling like they're like what's the word? Like they're not really thinking about the consequences of their actions. They're just really in the moment and they're thinking about like what they want and what they're gonna get. And they're not really realistically or should I say, there's like no swords here. They're not like logically thinking about this. It's almost like a, yeah, like they want to come inside of you. They don't care if you get pregnant, but they're not actually thinking this through. So that could be very dangerous with the Ace of Wands. And then specifically how this is illustrated, I've always seen this card as like she's pregnant and he like would not mind if she was pregnant. And so this definitely could be their energy towards you. I do think it would make them happy with the Knight of Cups. With the Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like it could, like, I don't want to say it's their goal to make you pregnant, because that sounds really awful, honestly. And like, I don't know. I feel like I have to clarify the Six of Cups, because I don't know why all of a sudden there's distance. I don't know if you guys live like a little distance away from each other. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I would just say be careful. Like, I definitely think your intuition is trying to warn you of something, and it could be this. And the reason why your intuition has a play in this game is because I don't think this person has the right intentions. And take it from me, take it from someone who just had a baby. You want to be 100 million gazillion% sure before you have one, because they're a lot of work and someone depends on you now. And I feel like for him, this is more of like a sexual thing, a kink. Maybe it's like coming inside of you and not pulling out, and like just kind of being messy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like kind of being sloppy. And it stems from their ego. The Emperor, it stems from like this big dick energy and just wanting to do whatever they want to do, however they want to do it. It stems from like self-pleasure, and it doesn't have a lot of thought into like you and like how this would affect you. And there's definitely no logic here, because there's no swords. This person's not thinking about like coming inside of you equaling a baby or getting you pregnant. They even like have fantasized about you being pregnant, but they're not even really thinking that through either. Like, they're not understanding like that's like a whole thing. And I don't necessarily know if that is gonna bring you guys closer together, if that was something you were wondering about, or if that's something you were looking for, because we have that Six of Cups, and then clarifying it, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. It seems like they're just kind of half in, half out. Like, they have one foot in the door and one foot out. I do think that it would make them happy, and I do think there'd be a more like another element of consistency. So if this person's really inconsistent with their energy, I feel like they'd be more consistent. But I don't think that it would close up any distance, or it would pair you guys together. I just feel like this person has like a sexual kink, and really they're kind of playing this from like a self-centered perspective. And I think your intuition is warning you about it and telling you to be careful. With the Strength card, I definitely feel like, on a more positive note, they you know, like fucking you. They want to continue to fuck you. They could go all day, all night. They really want to, like, you know, impress you sexually. And I think they are pretty stuck on you. Like, they have a lot of passion for you. They're very attracted to you. Maybe they like that you're open-minded sexually, or you're into like different things, or maybe they want you to keep an open mind so that they can maybe try like something new with you. We have changes in the wind in a sexual way. Hi Melanie, I am. But I feel like I don't usually look down on the Emperor, but in this reading I am kind of seeing it in a negative way, because I'm just seeing that he's like looking elsewhere, not looking elsewhere at other people, but just like he has his back turned. He's not really considering you as like a person that can make a person, you know, like he's just kind of seeing this as like a in the moment type thing. It's very spontaneous for this person. Like they want to like have their cake and eat it too, and they don't necessarily want to you know, think about the long-term effects, you could say. But they are looking at you as someone that they find very attracted to you, and they're very they just feel a lot of sexual passion for you, a lot of sexual energy for you. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that I hope that resonated. No, it was not a weird question. I think the female body is really so on point, especially when it's about to get pregnant or something's not right hormonally. I got so many different like signs and even like tarot readings that I didn't realize was happening like before I got pregnant. So it's not a weird question. It's actually the perfect question to ask the tarot, I feel like. All right, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope that resonated. Mel, you got a regular deck pool. Let me know what question you want to ask. Rebecca. Whoa. Okay, so love and career, love or career, what is coming in for Mel? Whoa. We have the Queen of Wands to start. Love and career, what is coming through? We have the Ten of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of ending here. I don't know if this is like literal. It could be in a job, like you could have quit a job or moved on from a job. Could be in a relationship, could have like quit a man and moved on from a man or a woman. Or this can be a metaphoric ending of a cycle that's no longer hey, enough. What's with all the anxiety? Chill. Sorry. My dog like makes me anxious with all this craziness. Okay, you're out. Get out of here. Go. No, go around. Or it could be a metaphoric ending. Like something happened and energetically there's a lot of turning over a new leaf into a new cycle. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of hardship. I'm seeing like you just going through it and like really coming out on the other end stronger, more confident. Um, and if you're currently going through it, then that's all gonna end finally. Like it's like you've really gone through the trenches here, and every way, shape, or form, money, love, all of it, and that is gonna end. Um, and you are going to come out at the other end of it with a glow up, like a transformation like no other. And maybe you've been anticipating this. It's one of those things where you're like, you wanted to glow up and you wanted to transform, but you really just were at the precipice of it, or you were just in the thick of it and you just couldn't quite get there yet. You know, it's like you had these big plans for yourself for sure, and you had this optimistic outlook, but you just had to keep pushing. I really see some sort of like devastation with the Ten of Swords and that Eight of Swords in reverse in regards to someone or something that you had to just fully fucking release, because it was all up in your head and it was causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental anguish. And I feel like you really pushed with the Knight of Pentacles. Like you've been pushing and you've been trying to push towards just something better, away from the chaos, away from the uncertainty, away from people, and maybe even a job that was just too overwhelming, like too much work, too much weight on your back. I really feel like you took a lot of that weight off your back. And you might even be a little disappointed in yourself, because it's one of those things where you like took a step forward and maybe you felt like you took 2 steps backwards, and it's like you just kind of feel like you're not making progress, or like you planted these seeds, because we always talk about planting seeds, right? Like we talk about planting seeds and then seeing them grow, but no one talks about planting seeds that some fucking car ran over and those seeds got all misplaced and the soil's all fucked up, and then you got to plant them again. You know what I'm saying? No one talks about that. We always talk about like, oh, you plant the seeds and it'll grow, but no one talks about the seeds that don't grow. And I feel like that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, like there was shit that you were trying to get started or put into fruition, and it just wasn't happening. Like it just wasn't happening, and it made you feel really stuck, stagnant, defeated. Like it just made you feel like really left out in the cold, even by spirit, maybe by your spirit guides, by your angels, by your better angels. You're like where are you at? Like maybe it just made you even entirely feel like not spiritual. Because you're just like, how am I supposed to believe in like, shit, I gotta close the door, sorry. I'm being too loud. It just made you feel like, you know, how am I supposed to manifest something if I'm not seeing the results? Like you just, it felt like maybe you were doing a lot of work and you weren't seeing the results of all of that. But what I'm seeing for you now is there's just going to be a full-on transformation in regards to your love life, in regards to, well, here's the thing, a transformation's a transformation, so that just goes without saying that it's going to affect all areas of your life, but you've completely transformed and you're coming out on the other side with this glow up, because you really went through it, and maybe you even left some people behind because they showcased their true colors for you. Maybe you also realized that there were certain situations and things that were no longer serving you. But it's just a huge energy of like all those things that weren't working for you in the past are done. Completely done. And now you're turning over a completely new leaf, and you can expect confidence and strength, because the Queen of Wands does not fuck around. She's also she's very inventive, very savvy. She's someone who can like create something out of scratch, like out of nothing, like a business or a hobby or a talent. You know, I'm seeing that you might be talented, and because you went through this cycle of just hardship, I'm really seeing that you're gonna come on the other end like just a little more wise with your time and your energy. So maybe in terms of things that you maybe like wasted your time on before, you know better now. You know not to. You know not to repeat the same mistakes is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I just feel like it was a never-ending story. Like, never-ending story, but listen, regeneration, that's all about transformation. That's what death represents. And then what's on the other side of that? New life. So what is this story essentially? It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So damn right you got the Queen of Wands, because she would be the phoenix. And I feel like because everything was really difficult, like you are coming out on the other side of this, really cultivating a new life for yourself. So yeah, that could definitely mean a new job. That could even mean new friends. It could mean a new man in, I'm just seeing the dating world or approaching the dating world differently. But I am seeing like a refreshment here in terms of literally everything, in terms of all the things that you've been trying to, were trying to manifest, and it just wasn't working. Like you just kept hitting a wall. There is a saying that goes, whenever you are really going through it, which I definitely saw that you were, and you kept hitting a wall, and maybe even felt with the Five of Pentacles like you were being left out, like your spirit guides were just not there, they just weren't communicating with you. Just understand this, the teacher never talks while we're taking the test. So I definitely feel like you were being tested, and for what reason, I don't know. Maybe this is karmic, maybe this is soul, maybe this is destiny, who knows? But you've passed it, and you're on the other side of that, and you're manifesting a new life for yourself. So you can expect your spirit guides to communicate with you more now that this test is over. All right, Melanie, I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for being here. I love you and appreciate you. I have one more spot available, and then I am going to log off. So lovely Kay, that's amazing timing. If you want to snag that spot, you can. Otherwise, I am going to go to bed. So there's no spot, or there's no wait. I have one spot left, so if you guys were interested in booking a reading, you can. No, there is no weight. If you guys want to book a reading, you can. I have one more spot available. Okay, Carla, I got you. Okay, so let me know what your question is. You got an 18 plus. Let me know what your question is. Okay, so you got an 18 plus and you want to know what Mike's intentions are towards you. Okay. What are Mike's intentions towards you? To start, we have the Star. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. Oh, it's 11-11 right now. The Ace of Wands. Clarify the star for me. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles, we have the Six of Swords. Clarifying the Nine of Swords, we have the Five of Swords. Clarifying, whoa. The Ace of Wands, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. What are Mike's intentions towards you? So I'm kind of feeling like, do you guys live at a distance from each other? Or like, are you currently in a separation? Or even like a no contact, but I'm seeing more like a separation. I'm kind of getting like, so he views you as someone who he really looks up to and really admires, but almost feels like he could never measure up. Like he's kind of feeling like he can't measure up to you. And something about your greatness makes him feel like a reflection of his inadequacies. I feel like his intention is to give to you time and energy wise, but he can't for some reason, or he could be running from the connection because he feels inadequate. Like he wants to give to you, but like doesn't or can't, you know, for whatever reason. I definitely feel like, yeah, there's separation, there's like, you guys aren't talking. I feel like it hurts him. Like, I do, it's interesting because, see, I'm even kind of tripping over my own words. It's like, he thinks about you a lot. I definitely think you guys have a spiritual connection. There's like a telepathic energy here. You probably can feel them and they can feel you. And it's like, you guys think about each other a lot. He thinks about you a lot, especially at night, especially like during the nighttime. And stresses out over you and gets really sad about the situation, but like doesn't do anything about it. And the reason he doesn't do anything about it is because he's kind of a runner. Like feels like a runner chaser dynamic. Like on one hand, he like in his fantasies, in his mind, he like puts you up there on a pedestal, looks up to you, wants to give you time and energy, is passionate about you, sexually attracted to you, is attracted to you, thinks you're beautiful. But on the other hand, that somehow puts a reflection or a mirror up to him and shows him his inadequacies, his inability to give to you, his how he's not enough. And it's almost like, it's like both of you want to reach out to each other, but both of you like don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like it's such a mirroring dynamic. Like I would not doubt if you're on a twin flame journey with this person. Because it's like, there's definitely pride and ego getting in the way, but there's so much love here. There's so much admiration. There's so much like, I could see how this is fucking frustrating for sure. I can see why you're asking this question. Because you're probably like watching tarot readings and like, they're probably confirming like, yeah, this person has feelings for you. And like, they think about you a lot, but it's like, what are they doing about it? You know, not much. And the thing is, it's not even like they're like rejecting you. With the Four of Cups in reverse, they don't even understand that's like a possibility to be with you. I think this person misses like flirting with you, or maybe this is a newer connection and it feels like there's a lot of history here, and it could be like karmic history. And like you guys are getting to know each other. and like things were really flirtatious and magnetic because they're so attracted to you. And like at the end of the day, they want to like invest in this, and they're passionate about you. So there's that sexual attraction as well, that like magnetism. You guys definitely have chemistry. But it's like, I don't think they've ever felt something like this, and that scares them. I think it's triggering. It's almost like it makes them run away, and it brings up a lot of their fears, because this person's not thinking from a heart space. They're thinking from their ego, which is their mind. And their mind is telling them, like, the swords energy, all the logical thoughts. They're trying to rationalize this. Oh, how is this going to work? Oh, how am I going to do this? How are we going to have time for that? Blah, blah, blah. Like, all this bullshit, you know? At the end of the day, one thing you learn is that none of that matters. Like, yes, logic is great, and so is rationalizing everything, but that's not what we're here to do in this experience. We're here to actually move away from our mind and our ego and more towards our heart space. But it's more vulnerable when you do that. It's harder to do that. So this person puts up a wall. Yeah. I'm not seeing the baby mama in this spread, per se. But, and I'm not necessarily even seeing other commitments, you know? Because I would have brought that up. I'm just seeing that they have a lot of fears. A lot of fears in pursuing this. And I think it's because it's such a spiritual connection, and they've never felt that before. And it's like, they don't know why they're feeling such intense feelings, you know? It's like a little triggering for them. And they don't necessarily know how to cope with that, especially if it's new. They're like, I just met this person, and yes, we really vibed, but like, why do I feel all of this in such a short amount of time? What the hell? You know, they don't really understand it. It's like, on one hand, on the surface, like, yeah, they're so attracted to you and they're passionate and all these great things, but on the other hand, they're like a little triggered, and they kind of want to run away from the connection. So, okay, their intentions towards you. I think that, like, the only action that they're really going to take is going to be physical, it's going to be sexual, and it's going to be casual. I don't think that they're mature enough to understand this connection and to bring forth like a relationship or some sort of romantic gesture. I feel like all that they're going to bring is like they're like booty call material, or like friends with benefits material. So there could be a change in the wind, and that this stagnation from the separation, no contact ends, but I don't think it's going to be productive. At least not in this person's intention. They're more like gonna just come towards you to flirt and like be with you sexually, because they are so attracted to you. All right? And they love your booty. They really like your backside. And it could be that this person, it's like, this is the best way that they can express themselves, you know, is just physically and sexually. And maybe that's all they have availability for. But they think about you a lot, and it kind of pains them that you guys aren't talking. All right, love, so that is what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that resonates. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate you. All right, you guys, so that concludes the live for tonight. Thank you for everyone who tuned in and joined. I really appreciate you. There will be more lives in the future. But in the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you guys very soon.